So when people ask me why I'm an Uber driver, why do I put up with that? They look at my resume, they look at my skill sets, and they place the job beneath me. They're, they make it sound as if Uber driving is this low wage, entry level job that anyone can do. And on one hand, they're right. It's easy. I mean, driving a car and interfacing with the app is easy. And that makes some assumptions, though. That makes an assumption that the passengers, the traffic, the weather, you know, it's nothing. They don't add any stress to the situation. But more importantly, it also makes the assumption that you don't need any money. Because Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, they've turned their apps into this algorithmic game. So if you have a number that you need to make every week, every month, every year to pay your bills, you're sucked into this game of trying to beat an algorithm, which is an impossible task. It's yeah, you're not going to be able to beat the algorithm. You're not going to be able to do that. So that's what adds the stress. When I say Uber is the hardest job that I've ever done, it's not that driving a car is hard. It's not that most of my passengers are difficult or anything like that. It's hard to drive a car in bad weather at night with strangers that are drunk when there's an algorithm that's working against you and you're like stressed about the money of the bills that you need to pay. So when people ask me why I'm an Uber driver, why do I put up with that? I have to kind of go back in time and tell people why I even became an Uber driver in the first place. And I remember it very, very clearly. It was February of 2020. On the news, there was COVID virus in China. There was cases in the US. There was like a cruise ship. And I was on a business trip in Vegas. I was in Vegas. And I was at a conference. And like any passenger, I order an Uber. I got to go to the airport. I'm going home. My pocket was full of business cards. And I was ready to go home. But I was stressed about money. Not that the company I was working for, they were paying me fine. I was making good money. But I just didn't feel like I had enough. I needed some walking around money. Very infamous line out of The Wire. So I needed a little bit of walking around money, and I was just complaining to my Uber driver, Branislav. That's what his name was. And Branislav, he was from Croatia, so we talked a little bit about soccer as we're heading to the airport at midnight. And I was just telling him, like, yeah, my daughter has a baby and she's still in college, and I have a son that's going off to college and a third surprise child. I just felt stressed about money. And he said I should be an Uber driver. You'd make good tips, is what he said. You're a talker. And I wasn't insulted. I took him up on it. On the flight, I uploaded all the paperwork, took pictures of my driver's license. And by the time that Friday had rolled around, I think I left Vegas on a Tuesday. By Friday, I was working late, 6:30 at Friday night, and I was gonna head home. And I turned the Uber app on the drive home on 690. And I was in the left-hand lane. I remember my phone was right here in my lap. And the minute I turned the Uber app on, I was cleared to drive. A ride came in. Ba-ding, ba-ding. And I didn't know what to do. So I just hit accept. And I hit accept. And then I missed the exit. I remember missing the exit, the passenger texting me, "Where are you?" I'm looking at the phone, trying to figure it all out. And it was these three college girls, one from Korea, two from China. They were Syracuse University students. They were at the Asian market doing some grocery shopping. Um, I remember jumping out, opening my trunk, them loading their groceries in the trunk, but getting in the car, taking them 3 minutes to the campus. It was really a short ride. And then getting a ride, and then another ride, then another ride. And I made $100. I worked like 3 or 4 hours maybe. And it was fun. It was fun. I liked it a lot. I like getting the $1 tips. I like getting the $1 bonuses. I like getting the fares. I like meeting the people. I like being in my car, listening to music, and I liked it. And then COVID came. I did a little bit of Uber driving before COVID, but COVID came, the world shut down just a few weeks after I started driving. And as the world started to kind of get going again, I was getting into Zoom meetings, a lot of Zoom meetings. Everybody was working from home. And I just thought, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. COVID gave us all that opportunity to reflect on who we are, what we want to be. I was never really sick with COVID. I was never fearful of dying or anything like that. But I did fear a future where I would spend my days working for a wage for somebody else just to pay the bills. It was a good thing. My friend, boss, Paul Daly, I think he saw that I wasn't performing at what I could have been anyway. So by November, by Thanksgiving, it was time for me to leave. He gave me a great severance package, and I'm forever grateful to Paul. And I thought, I'm going to get some clients. I'm going to do some work on my own, and I'm going to Uber drive to supplement my income. And I'm going to start writing and creating storytelling. The YouTube channel manifest out of that. Started writing more. But then I started struggling with clients because I became a content creator myself, and I saw the value in what I was capable of doing, and I couldn't get clients to do what I thought I was going to do. So I started Uber driving more and more and more, and then it all of a sudden became my full-time job. My content creation kind of slowed down. My writing stopped a little bit. And then, then I started focusing on the YouTube channel itself, doing that. Uber driving. The bonuses went away. It became a grind. And the channel started to take off, and that's when I started to see the potential of what was out there. What I really want to do. Do I want to try to make a living as an Uber driver, one fare at a time? Or do I want to make a living as a storytelling person, a storyteller? And let Uber pay me, that's fine, but Uber driving be the source material, the raw lumber that I can craft into stories, the humanity of it all. And it's even fitting that Uber driving is a thing that's going away with artificial intelligence. So here I am, a storyteller, trying to tell stories about human connection, all the while there's these global entities, governments, scientists, researchers trying to have artificial intelligence replace what I do. So why am I an Uber driver? I don't know. Series of bad decisions, maybe, series of good decisions. It's no longer the grind that it used to be. I'm able to start to craft a living as a storyteller, as a writer, as a YouTuber and stuff like that. But I don't think I can ever leave it. It's part of my blood now. When I watch scenes on TV shows and movies of taxi drivers, there's that monologue that out of the movie Taxi Driver, when he's like, at night all the animals come out. And it's just like when he's driving around New York City late at night. I know what he means. I know what he means. I've seen it. I've been there. And I need to be a part of that but I still want it to be a grind. I don't want it to be my living anymore. So that's why I'm an Uber driver, and that's why I'm a storyteller.